Hey, hi, howdy, hello. Welcome to 2021 and to a little stretching and a strengthening. I'm Angel, in case you don't know. I'm here to keep an agreement with myself, to do a daily check-in, a little stretching, a little strengthening, a little shaking it off and letting go of the past. A little silliness usually, and as I like to, I invite you to join me to whatever degree feels good in your body. I encourage you to breathe and smile and relax and let things go. I remind you, you don't need any special outfit or any special equipment or even any special moves or area to give yourself a little love, a little movement, a little stretching, a little playfulness. I'm here in the Head Hutt, and I do have my special New Year's Eve shirt on, so I guess I'm not exemplifying what I just said, but that's all right. This Head Hutt here is a mega sculpture I built myself with my own poor worn hands, talented hands that they are. Anyway, let's get to it. I'm right now in a squat position, which is a position I like to encourage people to get into more often, an underappreciated position. And so let's just start off there. I've got the camera set up long-wise, horizontal-like, so I'm going to be doing my best to adjust and adapt my routine to that. Starting with this squat position, I'm going to move back a little so you can hopefully see that my heels are down on the ground. I can't tell if that's a cat out there or a kid. I'm using my elbows to press on my knees and press those back. Press the palms together, pulling the chest forward. I have a heater over here. It's a little chilly in here today, so you probably see me kind of leaning toward the heat. I'm going to set my hands down now and lift the hips, coming into a forward fold, just letting the head go, letting the body hang from the hips. Just giving a nice sigh, relaxing. I'm going to scooch that over there. I'm going to come up now from the waist, giving myself a nice end-of-year hug. Left elbow over right, pulling those shoulder blades apart, pulling up in the pelvic floor, back in the abdomen. Just give myself a nice squeeze, a nice hug. And then release all that again from the hips. Just letting the spine hang and unwind. Letting the head go, and then I'm going to come up again this time. Right elbow over left. Pulling back in the abdomen, up in the pelvic floor, rounding the spine. Giving a nice squeeze to the shoulders. And then again, letting all that go from the hips. Let's rock those feet back into a bit of a triangle or downward facing dog pose. Pressing through the palms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone a little bit toward the back of the head. Pressing into those heels. Bend the right knee, pressing into the left heel. Bend the left knee, pressing into the right heel. And again, pressing into the left, pressing into the right, and then pressing into both, pressing the heart toward the center of the earth. And then I'm going to swing the body forward a little bit. I said all that about not needing a special outfit, and then I wore my unstretchy shirt. That's okay. Still gonna work. So letting the belly just drop, pulling those legs together, lifting the chest and the eyes, trying to just relax through the belly. Can add some tongue stretch and funny noises. And then lifting those hips again, pressing back through the palms. Tipping the tailbone again toward the back of the head. Pressing into those heels. I'm going to step forward with that left leg into a nice deep lunge. Just stretching through that back leg, and then I'm going to straighten that front leg, forward folding over that leg. Aiming chin for toes, and then forehead for knee, and then chin for toes again, and forehead for knee, and chin for toes, and then I'm going to slide this heel out into a splits-ish position, using my hands to support my body weight, and just kind of rocking back and forth, exploring that stretch in a controlled way. Make sure you don't hurt yourself if you're trying that. See, I'm hanging on with that back toe. Sometimes that's a good way to maintain control. I'm going to, still keeping weight on my hands, pull this front foot forward, or back rather, bending that knee, coming back into that lunge, and then stepping forward with that back foot. Coming into a nice forward fold and just hanging here. I'm going to roll up one vertebra at a time, stacking on the next. And bend forward, pushing the hips forward, bending back, coming into a nice counter stretch. And let's step back this time with the left foot, coming into a nice deep lunge on the other side. Bringing the hands down on either side of that front leg, and then straightening that front leg, folding over that leg for a forward fold, aiming chin for toes, and then forehead for knee. Still trying to relax through the belly, draping the body over that front leg, aiming chin for toes again. And then forehead for knee, and chin for toes, and then let's slide those toes out again into a splits-ish position, just exploring that stretch on the other side, still supporting my weight with my hands. I like to kind of rock back and forth, just rolling this leg around in that hip socket, and then pulling that front heel back, bending the knee, stepping forward again into a forward fold and just hanging here. This time I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back, come into a counter stretch again. Pushing the hips forward, shake that out. I'm going to come down into the squat position again so I can see you seeing me, or at least that you can see me. Again, pushing with the elbows on the knees, pulling the chest forward. And again, I'm going to put the hands down, lift the butt, walk the feet out. This time I'm going to come into a plank position, keeping the hands under the shoulders, and then keeping these elbows swung in toward the body, keeping the legs in close together. I'm going to come down for one slow push-up, holding here at the bottom for a breath or so, and then pushing on up nice and slow. Again, pushing through the palms, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head, pushing into those heels, and then I'm going to walk the feet forward toward these hands, letting the hands go, just hanging the body from the hips. I'm going to bend the knees, coming down onto the feet, just balancing here. Do a little bouncing. Kind of a nice stretch to do one knee down, one knee up, bring them both up, and then the other knee down. Just kind of playing with movement. I encourage you to explore movement in your own body, play, get down on the floor, get up off the floor, out of the chair, off the couch, whatever it is that you do a lot, try changing it up a little bit. That's generally a good way to keep your body flexible, strong, adjustable, adjusting. Happy and healthy really is a thing, right? I like to say your body is the one thing you can't live without. And I think if this 2020 pandemic year taught us nothing else, it is how important it is to keep a good relationship with ourselves. Because whether you're around other people that you love or aren't that fond of, or whether you're isolated just with yourself and not around other people, in either case, how you feel about yourself and your relationship with yourself makes all the difference as to how you're going to feel. And I mean, who doesn't want to feel good, right? Feel better? I do. I know that. Anyway, let's do a little more stretching. From the seated position, making sure to stay rooted on those sits bones. I'm going to bring the palms of the feet together, or the soles if you prefer. And then pushing both of these knees down. You can do one side and then the other, or kind of alternate, or do both at the same time. And with the hands on the feet, I'm kind of using that as leverage to pull the chest forward a little bit. Getting a nice stretch through the hips there, and a little in the shoulders. Wiggle that out a little bit because that feels good. Don't forget to breathe and smile. Whatever else you're doing, I'm going to straighten this right leg, leaving this left leg in close, and press this knee down a little further, trying to even my weight onto both sits bones, and then do a nice forward fold over this knee, aiming forehead for knee, and then alternating with the flatter, straighter back, pulling back in these front toes. You can't quite see that, I don't think. Aiming my chin for those toes, and then alternating again, forehead for knee, with a rounded back and then a straight back, chin for toes. Let's reach out past those toes and then coming up. Releasing that. Shaking it out. I'm going to bring both legs out front, shake those knees, and then bring this right foot up in close to the groin. Pressing this knee down, keeping both sits bones rooted on the ground, and aiming again, chin for toes over that left leg, and then forehead for knee, rounding the spine, and then chin for toes, and just noticing how both sides of the body are a little different, where there's stickiness, where there's suppleness, where there's flow. One more time with a flat back, aiming chin for toes, and then reaching out past those toes, coming on up. Noticing if the body has anything to say to me today. Sometimes it has a lot to say. Sometimes it doesn't have as much to say. I'll give just a little love to those kneecaps. Give a little face smoothing. A little relaxing, a little releasing. Gather up all the stresses of yesterday and this morning and just let them go. Let's do a couple more just nice deep breaths. I'm going to come in a little closer so I can see you and you can see me, and I can get some of this heat from this heater here. Let's do some shoulder shrugs. Shrugging up, tensing up. You can bring the hands and wrists and even clench your toes if you want. Clench your whole body. Breathing in, holding your breath. I like to imagine I'm sticking gold dust everywhere that's tense. And then just letting that go. Shake it off. Let's do that again. Tensing up, pulling everything in. Just letting it go. Letting go of the past like it was yesterday. One more time, breathing in, tensing up, and then letting go of the past like it was last year, like it was the last age, like it was the past paradigm, because it's a new age. It's It's a new year. It's a new paradigm. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope that you are excited about it too. Whether you are or aren't, you can tell me about it in the comments. I welcome your questions, comments, concerns, whatever else you care to share down there. I hope you will give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I got lots of new good stuff coming this year, so stay tuned. As always, you can find ways of supporting me and connecting with me in the description. And until next time, I wish you lightheartedness, love, self-love, universal love, creativity. I'm enjoying my bottle wall back here. Happy 2021. Don't forget to smile and breathe and take good care of you. I'll be seeing ya. Peace.